My name is what? My name is who? My name is Still Talk Sports. Let's get it. This is Still Talk Sports.
As the video said, this is Dill Talk Sports. Welcome back, everybody. This is Week 2 NFL preview and picks with a little bit of analysis. The shorter video is on TikTok now. Check it out, Dill Talk Sports. But really excited for the season. Just want to give a quick rundown on Week 1. Eagles, of course, beat the Cowboys. Chargers beat the Chiefs. Bills somehow, in the craziest game I've probably ever seen, beat the Ravens. And the Bears, just like everything, gets my heart going like this. Feeling really, really nice, really nice. Oh, and then down. That's the Bears. That's the experience of being a Bears fan, everybody. Cowboys fans can relate to me. New York Jets fans can relate to me. Detroit Lions fans for many years could relate to me. Not anymore. Congrats, Detroit. Yeah, man, it's rough. But Week 2 NFL picks preview. Let's get it. Gonna try something a little bit new, go a little more animated on the video. So let's do it. So first we got the Washington Commanders. So versus the Green Bay Packers. We're packing it up. My pick easy on this one. I'm gonna go with the Green Bay Packers. I think the Packers, coming off, they're feeling good. They got the Michael Parsons trade in, which is helping. He only played 30 snaps last game. He's going to play more this game, have more impact on the game. Even just him being out there is impactful nonetheless. I mean, if you watched the Detroit game, you could see just how much energy and focus they give to that man because of how good he is. So, all that aside, I think Jordan Love's in his third year going to have a really good year. Matt LaFleur's system's good. Got receiver around him, got running back. Defense is good. Commanders, of course, went out and beat the Giants, which is a good win. But Russell Wilson, maybe 5 years ago, not Russell Wilson of 2025. Sorry, Russ. You've been a great quarterback, but just not the same no more. Yeah, I think the Commanders, they got a lot going on for them. I think Jaden Daniels, of course, and Debo had a really, really good game. Kind of turned back the clock and showed what he can do when he's so focused. And Krosky Merritt, I think, is a rookie. He's a rookie running back, but 10 carries, 82 yards, and touchdowns. Really impressive for the kids. So keep balling out, brother. Congrats to you. But, yeah, I just like the Packers in this game. Of course, also at home. Jordan Love's playing well. I think they got the confidence when what they did to the Lions last week, controlled the whole game kind of the whole time. And I know the Commanders did as well, but I want to say the Lions are still a little bit better team than the Giants. So that's where it comes from. So that's it. But that's my prediction there. Next game we got, this is going to be funny because we're both the same. We got the Bears and the Lions. Yeah, all right, whatever, Do it for the Insta, do it for the gram, do it for the tube, whatever people want. But this is another game. Both teams coming off a loss, 0-1. Going with the Bears. Not even a question. I know. I'm a Bears fan. I know it's going to probably bite me in the butt like it always does. But eventually somebody will come on here and tell me to stop picking the Bears because they're not going to be the hope that you think they are, Dylan. But you know what? For now, I'm riding with my Bears because I got belief. I think Caleb can do it. Based off what I saw anyway, going off Caleb, going off the Bears' direction first. I mean, Caleb looked more poised in the pocket. He looks like he knew more about the offense and was more confident in his decision-making. When he took the ball down and ran, decided to do that. Didn't sit in the pocket, try to make something happen, make a throw, and throw a pick or something like that. So, had a couple overthrows, couple underthrows that need to get fixed, which happens. Seems like the coverage just kind of fooled him a little bit, but that's Brian Flores. I mean, he's a great defense coordinator. So I think he'll be all right. I'm confident in Caleb and what he can do. And I think the Bears defense will only get better. I mean, Dennis Allen, what happened, dude? You're a great defensive coach, and that happened. It was just it was sad to see. But on the Lions side of it, I think Jared Goff was under a lot of pressure last game against the Packers. That will happen when you get Mike Parsons out there. But the Lions just didn't seem to have that same energy, that same fire, that same spark that I saw every game last year. And again, it's going to take more than one game to get used to new coordinators, 2 new coordinators, but just didn't seem like they had the passion and the fury that they usually have for the football game. So I like the Bears in this game. I think the defense improves. The people aren't talking about the Bears not having Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, and T.J. Edwards on their starting defense against the Vikings, which are probably three of their better players on defense. So, again, it happens. They lost the game, but I'm going to go with the Bears. I think the Bears are going to win. Do it for Ben Johnson, right? So, bang. Next, we got the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills for Ralphie. There we go, Buffalo Bills. Bang, bang. Not even a question for me. Buffalo Bills all day. I think if you've watched my videos long enough, you know that I was going to pick the Buffalo Bills. I love the Buffalo Bills. I think they're the best team. I think Josh Allen's the best quarterback. Not even a question. I think he's unbelievable and in a whole different stratosphere than any other quarterback in the league. 251 in the fourth quarter, 3 touchdowns. I mean, yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. So, and Bills finding out a Keon Coleman sighting. He looked like a legit receiver, that we drafted that finally worked. Of course, James Cook coming off a fresh contract, looked fresh and ready to go. The defense, that's where improvement needs. Again, and just like I said with the Bears, the Bills defense did not play well. They got ran all over. They got out physical. They got out hustled. They got outsmarted. I don't know what they were doing out there, but they weren't doing anything good. They caused a big fumble at the end of the game, which helped them win the game. So it works, but that's just how it is. So I like the Bills. Again, Keon, I think Khalil Shakir is still a beast. Of course, Josh Palmer coming in, making a big impact. But the Jets, I like where the Jets are as a team. I just think they ran into 2 really tough teams to start the season, which is tough because I think they're a decent team. I think Justin Fields is proving that he's a starting quarterback in the league. I've been knowing that he's a starting quarterback since he played on the Bears. Aaron Glenn is getting the system finally there. It looks like they have that belief and that heart that we are good. We can do this as a team, and it's not just one thing or the other. And it's everything. It's a team, and I think the Jets fans saw it last week. And Breece Hall had a great game. Justin Fields, of course, had a great game. The defense, they'll be back. It's like the Jets usually pride themselves on defense. So for that to happen was weird. So, but. The Jets, I think they're going to be all right. Garrett Wilson, of course, playing well. Quinton Williams doesn't get talked about nearly enough for top defense players in the league. By far, one of the top defense players in the league. Great defensive tackle. I'd put him and Jervin Dexter up there. That don't get talked about enough because everyone talked about Jalen Carter, of course, and respect to him. I mean, him getting thrown out was dumb, but great player nonetheless. So, that's that game. Next game, Jaguars-Bengals. You know what? I'm going to surprise everyone on this one. I did it on my TikTok, but I'm going to do it here. I'm going to go with the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars are poised to have a big season. I think Liam Cohen's going to make them. Oh, I forgot. Bengals. Wow! Jaguars. Wow! There you go. That's it. So, I think the Jaguars have poised a big season with Liam Cohen. I think Trevor Lawrence is due to kind of have a come-out year. If it's not this year, then he's what he is. That's what I'm going with. So, Travis Etienne had a great game. Defense looked good against. Of course, it was against the Panthers, but nonetheless, defense looked good. And Bengals was starting out slow during the season. They always start out slow during seasons, and they should have lost to the Browns. A couple of lucky picks that went their way, lucky bounces, allowed them to win the game. So win's a win. That's what they say. W. So who cares what I have to say? But I'm gonna go with the Jags in that game. Next game, Cowboys Giants. Easy pick for me. It's going to be the Dallas Cowboys. I really liked what I saw from the Dallas Cowboys against the Eagles. Even though they lost, I think they showed what they can be as a team. Dak showed what he can be when he can be healthy. I think Dak looked really, really good. Dak looked he looked like he had the movement back, and he looked like he trusted his legs again, which was good to see. So Javonte Williams, of course, had a big game, two touchdowns, only 15 carries, 54 yards. And then CeeDee Lamb, 7 receptions, 110. A couple really big drops at the end of that game. I think if he catches those balls, it goes the Cowboys' direction. Cowboys win that game, end up 1-0. So a couple minor mistakes. Brian Schottenheimer's got to get that together. Clearly, the pass rush wasn't the same. You're missing Micah Parsons. I mean, you got Kenny Clark, which helps with the defense, and he's respect to Kenny Clark because he's a great defensive tackle. But you could tell he makes Mike Parsons. But again, playing the Giants, I'm Dayball. If you somehow stumble upon my videos, which I hope you do, and you make it big and tell me that I'm a genius, start Jackson Dart or Jameis Winston over Russell. I think Russ is done. I think he has hit his peak. I think he peaked, and he's not going to win you games anymore. He is kind of a check down merchant. He doesn't take those shots that you need to win big games. I think Jackson Dart will do that. You might have a couple more mistakes with Jackson Dart. I'm not saying that, but he will get you the ball down the field. Same with Jameis. They're the same type of player. They'll make the ball to get down the field and score a touchdown. So you do what you want, but that's my plea for today. So yeah, Giants. Abdul Carter. I think their defense is going to be good all year. I think their defense is really good, but the offense until Jackson Dart starts, I think they're going to have some troubles. So next game we got the Rams because I went to CSU. Woo! And the Titans, who some say were even stronger than the gods. That's just mythology, but you do your research. Next game, Rams-Titans. As I said, I'm going to go with the Rams in this game. I hate to go against my Titans now that I'm a Nashville native, but I just don't think they have the pieces in place yet. I think they got a really good front seven. I think Cam Ward's going to be the truth. Had some drops there at the end of the game, which was tough, of course. But the defense is going to keep them on the games. The offense got to figure it out, but I think they will. Brian Callahan, good offensive coach, but I just think the Rams are the team in the NFC this year that's going to surprise everyone and probably make the Super Bowl. If there is a team, that's a dark horse. Dark horse, I say. They're really not dark horse, but should have beat the Eagles last year. Easily should have beat the Eagles. Had a couple of things not go their way that didn't allow them to beat them, but should have beat the Eagles. Stafford, when he's healthy, is still a top 5 quarterback in the league. Kyron Williams, great, and Puka Nacua. I mean, you can't stop the dude. He just 10 receptions for 130. Just easy balls, easy. He's feeding. So it's gonna be a good game. Titans could be a surprise. I think if there's a surprise of the week, it could be that game. Just because I think the Titans defense is that good. So we'll see. Let's move on to Patriots Dolphins. Both teams coming off 0-1, but gonna ride with the Patriots over the Dolphins. We're going to go with the Patriots. So, I just want to come on here. The Patriots, I think, Mike Vrabel's got the team going in the right direction. And, I've always liked what Mike Vrabel's done as a coach. I mean, the Titans were a perennial playoff team for his tenure there until they got rid of Derrick Henry and A.J. Brown, which is completely fair because he got rid of your 2 best players. And, that's what will happen. So, unsure what's going on there. But I think the Patriots, got a lot to offer. I think Drake May's a really good quarterback. I think Kendrick Booty is a great running back. And I just think the Dolphins are kind of in a limbo. I think there's going to be a lot of big changes coming to the Dolphins soon. I think Mike McDaniel's style of coaching doesn't win you games. I think it's great for offensive systems and for a couple of years, but I think eventually that soft kind of spread offense doesn't work in the NFL. It might work in college, but I don't think it really works in the NFL. So it has to be a physical, a powerful spread. So I just think the Patriots are a better team. I think they're going to get it done in Miami and show why they're a team to be reckoned with. Next game, 49ers Saints. Easy pick for me. 49ers, so gold, and the Saints. Whoo! I think the 49ers are going to win this game. Saints clearly in a rebuild year under Kellen Moore. Spencer Rattler starting. Unfortunately, first quarterback to lose his first 7 games since David Blau. Some of it's not his fault, clearly. They're just not a very good team. But 49ers, I think Christian McCaffrey being back and Brock Purdy being back and being healthy and Ricky Parasol, he's going to have a big year and show off what he can do. And the defense, I think will be improved from last year after they were hurt most of last year. It's tough that they already lost George Kittle to IR for a couple weeks, but sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles, and you got to roll with the punches or roll with the changes. So 49ers win that game pretty handily. Saints got a lot to work on. Next game, Seahawks Steelers. So Seahawk and I don't even Steelers. I think the Steelers win this game. I think Aaron Rodgers is back. I think he's out to prove a lot this year. After people said he can't play quarterback no more, he's not that good to play in the league. And Seahawks, my buddy Jake, he doesn't want me to pick the Seahawks ever, so I'm not going to pick them. I think the Seahawks are a good team, though. They came out in a tough loss against the 49ers, but had the opportunities to win the game. Fumbled it on like the 3 or 4 yard line. Nick Bosa got the ball and returned it, and that was the game. So had the opportunities, they just didn't get it done, and that'll happen. But the Steelers, yeah, I like Aaron Rodgers. I like what he's doing. I think DK is going to have a big year. I think the defense got to figure it out, and the running backs got to figure it out. But I think it'll be all right. So next game we got Browns-Ravens. Joe Flacco going back to the home, where he won a lot of where he won a Super Bowl, and everyone loves him. But going to go with the Ravens in this game after the choke job. Oh, wait, Ravens. And Browns. Woof, I think. But, yeah, Ravens coming off a tough loss to the Bills. Shouldn't have lost. Had control of that game the whole time. Dominated both ends of the ball. They're gonna play some vengeance. So, going to go with Derek. Derek Henry's going to have a big game. Lamar's going to have a big game. And the Browns, Joe Flacco didn't play that bad game one. Had a couple unfortunate bounces that didn't go his way, and they end up being picks. But Browns are that team that is going to be, hard to beat all year. They're not going to be a team that's going to be a pushover and just push away. But, again, I think the Ravens are just a better team. So next we got the Broncos and the Colts. So it'll be the same kind of horse. Going to go with the Broncos in this game. I know the Colts are at home, but going to go with the Broncos in this game. I think the Broncos offense is going to improve and play a lot better than they have. The defense is, of course, already a great defense, and they're going to keep playing well. The Colts, they impressed me a lot. I think Daniel Jones, with a good O-line, with the system in place that Shane Steichen has, is going to be a successful quarterback this year. And I've gone on record saying that I don't think he was as bad as people always said he was. I think he was a product of the Giants, which unfortunately is not usually a good thing. You have to be a really special quarterback to break that curse, I think. So, but Broncos, yeah, I like the Broncos. I like R.J. Harvey. Bo Nix had probably one of the worst games of his career last game against the Titans. So, I think he can have a bounce-back game, and he'll improve there and do that there. So, next game, Panthers-Cardinals. And tweet. We're going to go tweet. Cardinals. Trey Benson seems like he's becoming the starting back out there, and he's really impressive. Marvin Harrison had a good game, 5 receptions, 71 yards, and a touchdown. And Kyle 163, 2 touchdowns. Has Trey McBride out there, so has the weapons. I think this is an easy game for Arizona. If they want to be taken seriously at all, they better beat this Panthers team, who I think is still rebuilding. They don't get the credit that they deserve, I think, for as much as they improved last year, but I think they're still rebuilding a lot. Bryce Young. They got the receivers out there. They got McMillan, Xavier Leggett. I think those guys can be decent. Hunter Renfrow, but still in that rebuild. Dave Canales making what he can with it, but they're going to be another one of those teams that just is a fighter and surprise teams all year round. So next game, the Chiefs, and the Eagles, America. Yeah, there we go. That's it. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs in this game. Chiefs coming off a loss, Eagles coming off a win. I think the Chiefs, the championship pedigree they have, they're not going to want to go down 0-2. Mahomes is going to have to play a lot better. He's going to be playing with a vengeance. That was a tough game down in Sao Paulo anyway. Not a true NFL game. I mean, it's a way longer trip than usual, so that kind of throws you off. But, again, this wouldn't be surprised the Eagles win this game, though. It's going to be a battle between two really, really good teams. Super Bowl rematch. I don't think it's going to be a blowout again like the last Super Bowl. I would hope not. But, yeah, I'm really impressed with the Eagles already. I think Saquon, of course, is great. Jalen Hurts is great. The defense is still great. They didn't have Jalen Carter, and the defense looked okay. So, but Mahomes is going to come out and prove something and swing that ball around a little bit. Next game, Falcons-Vikings. I think this is going to be the upset of the week. I don't know why I'm going against the NFC North, which destroyed the Bears, but I'm going to go with the Falcons. I think they keep getting there. Oh, wait, Falcons? Woo! And Vikings? Yeah. I like the Falcons. I think they've been getting so close to getting over the hump the last couple of years. I think Penix is really good. I think Bijan's really good. I think Drake London's really good. Kyle Pitts had a good game. Defense is solid. Minnesota, got away with a game. They deserved to win that game. They played well, and they made the plays when they needed to. But I think the Falcons got away with a tough loss, and the Vikings got away with a tough win. So maybe that propels the Vikings and hurts the Falcons, but I'm going to go with the Falcons. I think they're going to win the game. I think if they want to do anything this year, they'll prove that they make something happen and get to 1-1. So next game, we got Bucs and Texans. So Bucs, arg. York, and the Texans, yeehaw! But I think this game goes to the Buccaneers. I haven't seen enough from the Texans. They didn't look that good against the Rams. C.J. Stroud, unfortunately hasn't looked the same since his rookie year. Again, sophomore slump usually happens, and third year accelerated, but last game wasn't his best. Baker and the Buccaneers make plays when they need to. Emeka Egbuka is a great player. Mike Evans is a great player. They just make the plays when they need to. The Buccaneers, they just seem to consistently do the winning plays when they need to, and I like that about a team. I like that about the Buccaneers, and I think that's going to help them propel to win that game. So we're going to go with the Buccaneers in that game. And then the last game, we got the Chargers and Raiders. Both teams 1-0, but I'm going with the Chargers over the Raiders. I just think the Chargers, Jim Harbaugh's trusting Justin Herbert a little bit more this year. He's got the Madison Beer magic. He's feeling good. He's feeling ready to go. He's feeling groovy. So, I just think the Chargers are going to be that surprise team in the AFC this year. I think the second year under Harbaugh regime is going to be good. But Raiders are no slouch. Geno Smith's great. Pete Carroll's a great coach. Brock Bowers being hurt might be detrimental. But Max Crosby, them boys are serious and get after the quarterback. And, they're not going to be a team push over all year, especially Pete Carroll. But I just think the Chargers, this might be their year to do something special. And that's my pick. So, boom, baby. That was Dill Talk Sports Week 2 preview and picks. Gonna keep doing it every week. Give you more little breakdowns and analysis, quick videos on TikTok. Appreciate everyone joining along. Keep building your dynasty, and deuces.